Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? And Merry Christmas Eve. What I thought I'd do for today's reading is start with some oracles and then pull some beautiful Slavic legends tarot, indicating a little more clarity on each message. I just love these and I like combining them. They kind of further, the little insights and everything. And I have to share, this is so completely wild. This is why I love tarot, and you can't make this stuff up, and it's so wild. I put on one of my favorite readers this morning. He's so joyful and sweet and good-natured and such a happy guy. And he started talking about, if you want to check out a little and relax and laugh, he's like, just put on a program, I don't know, something like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I literally gasped for breath and could not believe he said that show, because I used to watch it all the time, have not watched it in probably 7 or 8 years, and all of a sudden I just saw it on TV last night, and I was like, they used to have fun guests, and John Hamm was going to be on. I'm like, I'll watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. So for that to be the first and only video I watched on tarot, and that show that I watched last night, because it does transport you, into people's follies and their ridiculousness, and why, people that are very argumentative, why they get themselves in such pickles. It really just, it absorbs you into the show. And I thought that was really magnificent when he said that show. I was like, that is why we feel connected to our videos so much sometimes, because it really is all those little elements of truth that come in. So this is really important, I feel, this time of year, this appreciation and greed, due to the fact that we will most likely be receiving some sort of gifts. And I know our anticipation sometimes before it is so great, and we get so hyped up, and there's sort of like the pendulum swinging the other way afterwards, right? Oh, wow, I really love this perfume. But like our ego will be like, oh, but I wish I had a slightly larger size, or I wish I had the collection, or I wish I had this or that. We are talking about initiating absolute present moment awareness of appreciation for everything. No rolling of the eyes, no tossing of something because we find it inadequate. This is true appreciation that somebody thought of us well enough to stand in a line or put that order in for us to receive this gift. The fact that we have a single gift at all is a blessing. So let's see what message is coming from this. I love this. So I feel like for quite a few of you, from your loved one, you'll be receiving something that really shows true appreciation, that they were really listening to something that you were desirous of, something that was important to you. And also I feel like this could very well be a really beautiful love message that is just sent through a beautiful maybe DM or a phone call or something on Christmas Day, New Year's Day, something of that nature that says, I really appreciate you, and I've been thinking of you. A lovely, lovely symbolic, either physical or verbal offering that makes you feel really cherished and adored. I love that. Aren't these cards absolutely beautiful? Look at the little details. Oh, I just love this. I love Slavic folklore and the rich, this whole deck is just greens and yellows and whites and silvers. It's so, so peaceful. So again, you should always have like a wonderful, warm expectation of something, but then we don't get disappointed if it doesn't live up to that expectation. The fact that somebody initiated anything for our welfare, for our benefit, for us to feel better, should be shown with true appreciation. Honestly, when we think about it, you guys, we can buy anything for ourselves. We don't need others to wait in line or be on their computer all day to do this. The fact that we get to spend time with them matters. I remember some Christmases just being so overwhelmed sometimes, like if one of my offspring bought me tremendous amounts of beads and things for me to work with, I would then start to think of their financial welfare, of like, oh, I wish they didn't spend so much on me, so on, so. But it's like we have to let all of that just dissolve and just have absolute gratitude for this. And I definitely feel like your loved one is going to come through with a really lovely, just energetic way of expressing appreciation for you, maybe getting you coffees and teas or cooking little treats for you or whatever. I have to say, I am so, so blessed in that arena. Ian is a juggernaut when it comes to details and getting stuff done, and making the best meals and creating a fantastic environment. And really, like he even said yesterday, he goes, I don't remember sitting down before like putting in 12 hours, and he's not kidding, at work, the shopping, the preparation, all of that. And it just really made me just be so fueled with appreciation for the hard work that goes in for our family. And that's also, that is the gesture, the actual footwork to make things beautiful and nice, and preparedness for the actual, occasions. And so you can have a good little vacation as well, which I love. So when it comes to advise and listen, man alive, this is very, very important. Oftentimes when people come to us, and we will be spending time with people that we don't maybe see a great deal. And oftentimes we feel like we want to advise or help or therapize or give them the answer. But most of the time, what people just want to do is free reign for expression without, criticism or judgment. And also ask, at the end of, whatever they have conveyed to you, oh, did you just want to, kind of like let go of all this information to feel better, or would you like any kind of advice? Oftentimes it's very important to ask that, because our helper, our little, elf on a shelf helper, always wants to jump in and go, oh, well, you could do this or you could do that, before they've even truly expressed. Maybe they've already come to a conclusion, they already have the answer. So truly slow down, create a healthy space to be able to listen to that person. And then if you do have some good advice, you can also just say, hey, I read something on this, or I have some information I feel would be helpful. Would you like to hear it? I like to ask permission. That's my, this is the genre that I work in. And I feel sometimes it's really important. A lot of people come to me for advice, but oftentimes people have their own solutions. If they're just talking through it, and they're like letting all these ideas float around, they can grasp the answers that they need themselves. So give free reign for total expression, create the space, and then others will do that for you as well, you will find. So let's see what the card is on that. I love this. King of Wands. So this is also how you'll feel positioned over this holiday season. Like, you will be passionate about events and you will be excited, but you'll also have precedence over your own emotional domain, where you're like, listen, you're allowed in if you bring good vibes and you help the environment and the atmosphere. Otherwise, there's the door, because I have a happy enclosure here that says I want to follow passions and joy and play games and talk and listen to music and do these things. But I'm in control of my realm and my emotions, and I'm not going to yes people. I'm not going to people please. I am going to protect my energy and feel good about the who, what, when, wheres, and whys. And I am not going to expose myself to exhaustion and fatigue and problematic behaviors because I went beyond my bandwidth. Like, I am keeping it tight and right, and having my mindset just be like, I'm going to do this, and if I need a nap, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to do this, and if I want to go for a quiet walk by myself, I'm allowed to do whatever. I don't need to completely just like fall into what everybody else is doing. I love this, especially if we've been listening to a lot of people, right? We need to let that energy evaporate and regain our grounding and our foothold, for sure. Love that. Look at the details in that, how beautiful it is. Oh, just love, love, love that. Okay, so now we're on to obliviousness and awareness. We will find that there will be certain friendships and family members and people around this time that they are oblivious to other people's feelings, wants, needs, energy, and they just kind of, they kind of just steamroll over people because they're like me, 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 and this is this. They don't read the room. What we have to do is take a deep breath and just know that this is part of some human nature. When people, they've turned off that emotional availability or intuitive energy, they're not reading everybody else. But what you can do for yourself and your protection is be utterly aware of the fact that this happens. And you can extricate yourself from conversations where people are doing this when it's all about them, and or they're just unloading and doing emotional dumps on you. You don't deserve that. You don't need that. And you can, with that awareness, you can say, excuse me, like, I only have so much emotional bandwidth today because it's such a, it's such a jam-packed time. So I need to go, go for a walk, or I need to do this or that. You don't need to explain yourself, but you can definitely pull yourself away from situations where people are being oblivious to your wants and needs as well. But also, we can pull out awareness within ourselves. Look at this. I'm so excited that these particular cards came up. So you're going to have this, like, listen, I have a cup, but it needs to be filled in order for me to have this emotional space for you as well. This is you feeling really loving and generous and present and really, really good, but also opting out when your cup starts to get drained. It's really important. So as I'm speaking, I'm just going to pull some more cards just to show the beautiful artwork, because I find this so dreamy. Oh, look at this. So again, with obliviousness, we all know that that can be that person in the store that is hemming and hawing because they have to wait in line. But actually, what are you doing on Christmas Eve, you know, at the busiest store, that kind of thing? A lot of people don't allot space for others out in public because they are oblivious to other people's wants and needs, which can create that, right? It's like, I need to get out of here. So yesterday, I just had these wonderful moments of just sitting and kind of being peaceful and looking at some of my cards and going over some of my DMs and connecting with people. And I just, you know, I feel so warm and open of the humanity and the warmth of people and the expression of people. And I just know and engage with some seriously awesome people. And I'm really, really thinking of everybody this time of year. I'm thinking of Christina and Cheryl and you know, all you lovely, Ezra, all you lovely people out there that, you know, I talk to quite often. And Sammy, Tori, all of you guys. I mean, I'm always thinking of people that just even send funny, heartfelt memes and things like that. It's one of these times where we really should slow down and spare a thought and be aware. That's such a great card for this. And be aware of the people in our lives. This is really beautiful. And, you know, how they support us in little ways. It's really tremendous, isn't it, that we have these wonderful and amazing people out there. This is, I think, probably one of my favorites, this Ace of Wands. Ooh, just the colors. Absolutely adore this. So you all, that is all for now, because I'm going to go take a break. I've got a little more wrapping and things to do, but I'm wishing you all the merriest of Christmases. And I may tape later today to have a video ready for tomorrow as well. You guys are absolutely stupendous and amazing, and I'm wishing you the warmest and the happiest and the lightest and the most carefree holiday season, where we don't need to pressurize ourselves. We've done enough, we have enough, you know, and now we just get to sort of enjoy the proceeds of our hard work and have some great food and relax and spend time with our families and friends. So I hope you all have a great day. Love and light.